Hi, I'm Trish Lapidus. I want to talk to you today about two books. One that was written fairly recently. This is Virginia Gleser's book called Harmony on the High Seas, and its subtitle is When Your Mate Becomes Your Matey. It's a story of how she and her husband got together a sailing boat and sailed up and down the west coast of the United States, Mexico, down as far as Ecuador. She has some things to say in that about the farm, though, which is an earlier adventure that she and her husband were on, and one that I shared with them. In my book, Sweet Potato Suppers, a Yankee woman finds salvation in a hippie village, I speak about Virginia. We worked together at the gate, which was the in point where any visitors who came to the farm would come to find out if they could stay, if we could find a place for them, and crowded as we were, we usually did. And here's what I have to say about Virginia. Virginia was on phones and CB. In between calls, she was finding places for visitors to stay. "How can you do all that at once?" I asked her. "Practice," she said. "The more you can integrate, the more Leslie will give you to do." Mother of several small children, Virginia had the smooth skin and innocent eyes of a kid, yet she was a heavy lady. Just as many farm women did physical work alongside the men, farm women also took on administrative responsibilities. I could not remember any women from before my farm days I had wanted to be like. Here I was getting to know in person women of emotional strength and dignity, women unlike any I had known, except in story. And here's what Virginia has to say about the farm, and why we were there, and what her life on the farm had to do with her life later and her relationship with her husband aboard Harmony. First, let me just say this. She gives the reason why we were there together on the farm. Quote, "In the early 1970s, when the Viet Nam War was raging, we were intent on finding a way to bring about change peacefully. We decided to embark on a noble experiment to see if we could create peace by changing the one thing we had control over, ourselves. If we could truly grasp the meaning of personal responsibility and alter our disrupting, hostile, and energy-draining ways, we might have a chance at seeing our lives changed for the better. And if we could cultivate and nurture our small square-inch field, ourselves, our immediate family, maybe we could make a difference on a larger scale as well." When they went to sea in a small boat, they had to get along, and this is what she has to say about relationships. "Robin and I credit the many individuals who we lived with on the farm and the strong commitment to working things out that existed there, for helping us to unravel the intricacies of a marriage where the odds were against our success. Our relationship was both cross-cultural and from different religious backgrounds. I was from a conservative, missionary, Southern Christian family, while Robert came from a New York non-religious, Russian Jewish family. It wasn't unusual to feel that we were caught in the battle of the Titans, or were a microcosm of the Mideast conflict. The tools that we discovered to keep our relationship in working order have served us well over the years. We were hopeful that if we could overcome the obstacles of our individual world, where maybe there was hope for humanity, to peacefully resolve the bigger conflicts on Earth." And I think that's a lovely expression of what we were doing on the farm. We were very devoted to getting along and to creating a sense of peace in our village, in our households, and it wasn't always easy. We had a lot of hard work to do. So sometimes we had to sort things out. We each brought our emotional baggage with us, tried not to, but there it was. And Virginia's statement rings a bell with me, because one of the things that mattered most to me from my farm experience was how I got to see relationships and learn to tinker with relationships to make them better, learn to try this and try that, and be curious about what other people were doing and what effect that had on me and what effect I had on them.